Weekdays at 8:30 a.m. Join us inside the Morning Chat, a segment where we chit-chat with entrepreneurs, artistes, public figures, and persons of interest. Our agenda is to educate, inspire, and hopefully point someone in the right direction. The Morning Chat, Mondays to Fridays on Champion Radio. Listen live via the Zeno Radio app or check out the live video stream on the Champion Radio Facebook page.
So I would say that it's a lot of the artists that need to upgrade and get up to date with the times and with the different things that are going on within soca, and not just soca but all genres. You need to keep up to date with the music.
You say that, and something came to mind. I was working with a particular artist sometime last year, right? And the artist, a bad artist, pick up the artist, something I won't call name, but you know what I would make mention is the artist was stuck in an era of music that was way gone, bro. Because you know, music, soca, not just soca, but music in general is something that's always evolving, and it's always changing. The sound of music is always changing. And that particular artist was just stuck in that old way. And explaining, it becomes a challenge as a producer, just show that, get that artist to see your point of view. So that is something.
But
go ahead.
I would think that one of the reasons that caused that, from what I'm thinking, or my reasoning is there are a lot of artists who feel like when they get to their comfort zone, or when they get to the point where they feel that they're comfortable, they remain there. And then again, I'll use Muddy again as an example. As we said, it's years now Muddy has been pushing on quality music. And people could say, yeah man, Muddy reached that level already. But every year we can see that he's still improving. And it's people like him, the artists who continue to improve and continue to work on their craft, that elevate with the genre. The others who just feel like, okay, I know it already, and every year I just come back with the same pattern and I'll just keep doing that. You realize after a while they start fading out and their songs are pretty less.
Very true. I was listening to an interview with Vybz Kartel around 1 o'clock this morning, right? I was hardly sleep. and Vybz Kartel was saying there's a formula and you have to get it. He says sometimes, an artist might get through, just pop out of the blue sometime and he might get through with a hit, but then to come with the consistency and, the marketing savvy, that you have to know a formula, and the formula for everybody is different. What might work for me may not work for you, but there's a formula.
Exactly.
You as an artist, you have to work. You as an artist, as an entertainer, as a performer, a broadcaster, a DJ, I think it comes down to the level of how you view this thing, right? If you view it as a side hustle, or you view it as a job, something you go to, your everyday, where I'm going with this, because it's image, branding, the way you present yourself.
Well, even to add what you would have said, you said side hustle and job, but even if it's not a side hustle and it's not a job, but if you view it as a passion, as something that you care about and something that you see you can make a future out of, then you take the time and you put the emphasis on it.
Very true, very true. My next question: what's your favorite Caribbean childhood TV memory, boy? That one tricky, boy. Let me take my time again. What's your favorite Caribbean childhood TV memory? I could tell you mine.
Favorite Caribbean.
I could go first, I could go first.
Go ahead. I'll let you take the first.
I remember young Ellie growing up, and we going outside and turning that antenna, to get the TV nice and crisp, or at least possibly nice enough, so we could watch Psycho Bob music video on the TV. Yeah.
Wow.
Right on. That's my childhood TV memory.
It's funny that you mentioned that particular song, because to be honest, up to this day, I kind of feel hurt every time that video plays, because that is the actual village that I grew up in, Dunfermline International. Mm-hmm. And that was on that particular day, I knew what happened. But the video shoot was going on and I knew about the video shoot, but I had to attend something else, so I was unable to be a part of that video shoot. But trust me, that memory is an amazing memory.
Yeah, man, yeah, man. I think everybody that grew up probably in the 90s might, or probably the older folks who's still around with us, they might remember that particular music video being showed on the local television channels. Ride On, that was the name of the track by Psycho Bob. I know one day.
Yeah, man, yeah, man, yeah, man.
Yeah.
We'll make it true, man. Exactly. And even that would have also sparked something because a couple years ago, I had the honor of working on a song with Psycho Bob himself. It was myself, Master J, and Psycho Bob.
Yeah.
It's a track titled "In This Life."
Yeah. That's a big track. In This Life, No Better Roses. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. No better roses.
I remember when all you was working
my
on that
memory. Yeah, man. My childhood memory for me, I would have to say, it's let me make sure I get his name correct. Is it Ricardo Kings Douglas? He had this comedy series kind of thing that he used to do on television, and I remember, man, every episode I made sure I had to, whatever I was doing, I had to make sure I stopped what I was doing to see those episodes.
Yeah, sorry about that. Just attend to LD. Well, time kind of pressing on us. How many minutes? We are like 6 minutes again. Carnival prep, right?
Mm-hmm.
Carnival prep.
Yeah.
Are you a fan of Carnival? I know you're an artist, but I'm asking a question. You could be an artist, but you're not a fan of Carnival. Are you a fan of Carnival?
Yes, I am a fan of Carnival. It is part of our culture. It's part of the whole expression. I will still go as far as saying though, although I'm a fan of Carnival, I try not to be a seasonal artist. Unfortunately, the last couple of years, it has seemed that way that I only release music around the season. But I'm trying very hard to see if I could break out of that pattern. But yeah, Carnival is a very big thing for us, but I'm trying to not just focus on one season as an artist.
Well, I mean, I'm a Carnival enthusiastic.
Enthusiast, yeah.
Yeah, but what I like, as a DJ, I love going and playing on the trucks for Juve with a white jersey and go back home clean. My mom would be like, how did that happen? When I reach on the truck, I say, Ollie, don't touch me. I'm here to shell down, but don't touch me.
That statement bring back a lot of memories, man.
yeah, because you remember when we used to be with Lenny Exterminator. Yeah, big up Lenny Exterminator. Exterminator, good morning, boy.
Big up Exterminator.
Big up Chuck.
Yeah, man.
And the whole entourage, yeah. The whole Hermitage, massive.
Yeah, man.
I'll throw this question. I'm just going to ask you and ask myself. I'm going to throw this question out there to everyone that listening right now. You can send us your feedback via the WhatsApp or whether it be a voice note or a text message. What's your must do when it comes to Carnival? Your Carnival prep. What's your must do, your must wear, and your must eat? Because Carnival is a kind of time, bro. Carnival. It's fair enough to say. I think everybody knows that around Carnival time is a kind of time when alcohol consumption does be at its max, right? And when you consuming alcohol, you have to be considerate what you put in your stomach before you consume that alcohol, because you don't want to drink.
That's true.
So what's your must eat when it comes to Carnival? What's your must wear? And what you must do. I know some folks when it comes to Carnival, they must have the kind of backpack and them with the and you could store your beers in it, and he has
the camel pack, the camel pack. Well, that has been a couple of years, it's in between. It is important. The camel packs, and not only for alcohol, but for water as well, to stay hydrated. A must eat for me around Carnival time, as you said, we try to drink responsibly, but it's sometimes we know sometimes we go a little bit overboard. So for me, it's something like a mannish waters or a soup. I try not to eat too much of a heavy stuff, because you're going to be on the move, you're going to be up and down. So something like a soup, something that can hold you, and you have to kind of pace yourself.
You speak like a true countryman, because we don't say the countryside. The sauce, the soup. Well, sauce is soup, eh?
Yeah, man. The sauce, yeah, man.
That does help cut the alcohol too, huh? You know that.
That is it.
Before
you don't want no that rice and thing. You want something that can cut the alcohol.
Before we roll on, Nolan said his memory is was listening to radio, to Auntie Kate every Sunday afternoon on Trinidad radio, because when Nolan used to live in St. David's, we'd get a lot of the Trinidad receptions, because radio wasn't so dominant in Grenada back then,
That's true.
Yeah.
I think we still have a little interception from some of them based on where you are.
Yeah, what are you going to do? Trinidad, I think if you're taking a plane, I remember when if you're taking Cal, it used to be like, I think 30 minutes. Or
yeah, about that. Yeah, about 30 to 45 minutes.
All right, so you say you're eating your sauce, all right? For me,
yeah,
I like solid food. So if I get some provision with probably some saltfish, not too much of the chicken or meat is take a while to digest. So if you do something light with some let's say saltfish or some smokerings with some let's say some veggies, that does be nice for the alcohol also. You know what's really nice though? And a lot of the foreigners that comes for carnival, that's one of their go-to food when they lime in what we like in Grenada? Oil down, eating a butter.
Well, I was just about to tell you that, it's just to correct the statement that I made earlier. Normally what would happen, especially around, let's say, the Carnival weekend, Carnival Sunday, well, for the last few years, either if you're not prepared for the Mardi Gras or whatever, or even after the Mardi Gras, you have some pot of oil long cooking. So you eat your oil long before, or you eat your solid ground food before, and during the mass, that is when we consume the sauce or the soup. It's during the mass, but before it's the solid food before.
Yeah, because before Juve, I think 4 o'clock in the morning or 3 o'clock in the morning, pots of oil long that's be coming down all over Grenada.
That is it. That is it.
So we discussed the food, we discussed the wear. I like wearing my white jersey, like I tell you when I going out for carnival. I just like coming back home clean. That's just my achievement, my goal. I just try to achieve that every day.
Well, to be honest, I tried that 1 year and I wasn't that successful, and I was a bit disappointed in myself that I thought I could pull it off. So now I just basically, I don't put so much emphasis into the clothes. I just put on something that I know. You know what? If it gets dirty, I won't get upset.
Yeah, I think it's a mind thing. Once you make up your mind, that will happen. Then it's that.
That's true. But then again, it's the friends that you know too. Because if you're a guy that people know, hey, you don't like to get into that. But when they know you like getting into it and you're trying to avoid it, then that's where the problem comes.
How about you must do? What's something you must do when it comes to around carnival time? A lot of people that say they must turn off their phone because they ducking walk.
I must do for carnival. My must might be kind of a way compared to other people.
I hope you're not like some folks. I hope you're not like the folks that have a to-do list when it comes to carnival. Like stuff they're taking off.
No.
Achievements.
I just go based on the vibe and go based on where my energy pulls me. But one of the things that I must do is not much people pay attention to that, but as an artist myself that has kind of found my little niche in the Calypso arena. Even if I'm not in competition, I have to pay attention to the Calypso songs and to the performances of the artists. But that's a must do for me.
I know some people right now, or some guys. One of the things on the must do list is something probably they must wine and at least 10 women, 10 female. Is that on your list too?
Well, as I said, that would be a premeditated event. So I don't premeditate anything. Whatever happens, happens.
Well said. Bro, we cannot overstay the time, but I have this last question I just want to throw there. It's just something that I just ask people to pick their brains, right? Finish the sentence, right? I can't start my day without what? Let me go now. Let me hear
if I'm to be honest, I can't start my day without gin. I can't start my day without some form of ginger tea.
But every day though?
I mean, there are times when you have to interchange it, but okay, so let me not say some form of ginger tea, but I need to start my day with something hot on my chest.
Well, for me,
After I wake up and I do my meditation and my prayer and I give thanks, then I need something hot on the chest.
Well, I was about to mention that, when I wake in the morning, I can't start my day without acknowledging the Almighty and thanking Him for waking me up and allowing me to live to see another day. But something that I can't start my day without, I would say I can't start my day without Champion Radio.
Of course.
Oh boy, bro. Was nice. Was nice having you this morning inside, this morning chat episode with me. We just have some lovely discussions in the morning time. I was explaining to somebody that, don't get vexed with me and say I changed the concept of the show. If I have a guest, I'm going to put the guest sit down and get to know who that person is. But, most times, guests get caught up or something might come about and, they don't show up or, things just happen, right? So I kind of change the concept of the show, and I do it in a format where we kind of reasoning. I have a couple questions. I might have a particular topic, and we just reasoning. IMG might be here with me sometime. Sometime might be somebody else. But yeah, this is the morning chat on Champion Radio, 8:30 each and every morning, Mondays to Friday. Yeah. Bro, anything else you want to just throw in?
If I may add something.
Yeah, go ahead now.
Yeah, if I can just add something before I leave. You would have mentioned about, you're changing it up a bit and, but I don't think that you're changing it up because the program is the morning brew. And I mean, not every morning that you just thirsty. Not every morning you'll get up and drink ginger. There are some mornings you might feel for coffee. There are some mornings you might feel for milk tea. So the change is good, but it's still part of the brew.
Well said. I just tell you, I think you could be a philosopher, Mm-hmm.
Now you're making me feel like an old man.
Nah, man, you have young philosophers too, man.
That's true.
All right, so bro, we're gonna link up tomorrow, please God, for another episode of the morning chat. Whatever you're doing for the rest of the day, be on the safe side, and like I just always see and I just always preach, positivity always, man, right?
Yeah, man. Blessed day and blessed and constant day to all the listeners of Champion Radio until we meet again.
All right, man. Yeah, but we overstay 5 minutes. Management can't vex with that, man. It's okay. Let me get the top of the hour there and...
Weekdays at 8:30 a.m. Join us inside the Morning Chat, a segment where we chit-chat with entrepreneurs, artistes, public figures, and persons of interest. Our agenda is to educate, inspire, and hopefully point someone in the right direction. The Morning Chat, Mondays to Fridays on Champion Radio. Listen live via the Zeno Radio app or check out the live video stream on the Champion Radio Facebook page.